G'day folks, welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm back to making videos again this year. So anyways, start off with this one. I did participate in the qualifier of the 21st Forts tournament. And I was versing up an opponent versing, his name was called Krugazzi. And I have the whole match recorded. Just on my side when I was playing the match, and I thought, why not just commentate my own match between me and Krugazzi? So I thought, yeah, let's do that. Because I watched the Bob Burrito's perspective on the stream when he was commentating, and I saw my opponent, and was like, yeah, I've clearly lost this. Well, anyways, we'll see as the matches begin. I had the video muted, so I won't be able to hear anything. Just to preserve quality. So I immediately take this so seriously. I went for the tech, sell the gunner, go for an extra mine, then I should have gone windmills, 2 windmills straight away and sold them in a lot quicker, which I didn't do. It's something I guess I still get, gotta get used to, because I haven't been playing ranked that much, and I don't even have rank anymore because I've been playing ranked that much. So now I have 2 windmills, and my idea was to basically use shock and awe and use the 20s and use the ability to fire cannons. And that's why I'm saving a lot of eco, so I don't have to pay so much, for cannons. I could just use 20 mils, and it also disables my the ability also disables the opponent's turbines. And if I wanted to, I could group things by 4, but I don't think that would be very necessary in a very serious match. Now, as you can see, I went for this tactic quite a few times with the EMP rush. So you use one EMP and you just distract your opponent. You slow down your opponent's economy. Now I get greedy and sell the large metal bar that's between the that floating rock at my base, because I really need the metal. As you can see, I didn't build down, so I was only with 3 mines, and then eventually I got the munitions plant. But I should have reinforced that wood, so nothing better would have happened like a buzzsaw. Now up here I started building a sniper, and I had a lot of trouble trying to set this up correctly, and ultimately I ended up with a big door, which is just a waste of resources, for something really small. I tried getting a door, and as you can see, the EMP is protective safety first. I put the place the wood there, that's what I call it. Safety first. Then I go for the windmills. And I realize, oh yeah, this circle's not that protected, so I start building up and see that, yeah, let's place extra wood there. And then eventually I start building down to get those mines to place. And I was very surprised that a buzzsaw had teared off half of the supports, and I nearly collapsed. So for the rest of the game, I was stuck in this position where the base was angled, and this was so painful because it messed up my entire build. So now I'm just fighting to stay alive, staying connected to that floating rock. And now I'm attempting to snipe that buzzsaw, and I fire the EMP. I managed to get a hit once. The buzzsaw unfortunately takes out that EMP. I go for a snipe, and unfortunately my opponent does have a sniper, but eventually my sniper gets sniped. And as you can see, I'm starting to rush out the 20s as soon as possible. Then my opponent unfortunately just snipes my EMP, which disabled my windmills, which is so unfortunate. And I was so really pissed off at that moment, because that really killed the game for me. But I didn't give up though. I still had 11 minutes on the clock, and anything could have happened. So now I prepare to get to end here, because I assume my opponent is going for something. You can clearly see I'm in a lot of trouble. And I still only have 3 mines. So now you can see it's now up in my windmills and then base sandbags down. So here's the sniper advantage. He knows I don't have that much. He probably knows I got like 1 or 2 weapons, but yeah, he's just doing his own thing. I wasn't able to slow down my opponent's economy enough because he eventually got a howitzer, and I wasn't paying enough attention to his base, but paying a lot of attention to mine, which is important because I'm focusing, and anything goes wrong. You can also see a lot of ropes I placed down, which eventually did save me at the end of the match from collapsing. But not in terms of winning though. So now my 20th building, I placed down my sniper, and then as you can see I'm still having the troubles with the eco, even for such a small door. Now I see now that a lot of players use the smallest door possible for snipers, but when I tried doing that tactic I always had the trouble that the sniper always focuses, it can only fire like 1/2 of the angle it has. And that's because I'm placing it too far away, which is the trouble. But on this map, I wasn't able to solve that and go for that tactic properly. So as you can see, I activated the ability of shock and all. Got a shot with the 20mm with a cannon shot, and only did wood spam damage. It really wasn't anything, to be honest. And then a howitzer. It's my base really does that's like the opposite of what I did to him. So even if the match came down to damage, it would have been ultimately because that howitzer does a lot more than a cannon shot. So now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm panicking. Now I've got to get the anti-air. And I was also spamming at the wood as well. As you can see, trying to do everything I can. And another howitzer goes through, hits the doors right on that 20 event. I was so glad my doors didn't get destroyed. That's costing me a lot of metal though. And as you can see, I wasn't able to aim for his sniper in the same spot as my side on the base. Because of that door problem. So he had so much advantage in this match. I wasn't able to provide any doors for my anti-air. He was able to snipe all of them. I was able to place in a proper door for my sniper. As you can see, I'm trying to fix the position of my door, and that's when I had to go for a big door because that would only work. Because I was watching the stream and I'm hearing Bob Burrito say, "Oh, going for the big door's not a good idea." Well, it's the only option I had to get more of that angle. I was trying to fix that. So now I fire the 20 again. Aim for the mines. I was hoping to take out 1 or 2, but it didn't take out any of them. And unfortunately my opponent had enough wood to actually prevent that kind of from actually destroying a mine, even though it hit it. I couldn't believe it that it didn't. So now I'm just tempted to use my guns to do some extra damage. But it didn't matter because my cord was down in damage. So now hoping to get some sniper shots. It wasn't worth it because I need to concentrate on just firing. Trying to at least do something. And then I try to get to another 20. As you can see now, jump out I can't because, well, I had to deal with some background sound, but another howitzer landed and it really just puts a dent into the doors, and eventually another howitzer hit him. And that took out both my 20s I had there, which was the only hope of actually scoring anything. And there was in this moment where I'm like, yeah, this is not worth it. Because look at this, I'm struggling. I finally get the sniper. I take out the sniper because I finally found the angle. And then I'm like, okay, try go another chance with 4 minutes on the clock, actually 5 minutes, and just try to get another 20. It's obvious at this point that my opponent has so much free reign, it's not even funny. I can't provide enough just to have a decent amount of anti-air and protected enough doors because it's howitzer way too overpowered in these circumstances. And as you can see, my base is just a lot of the supports are now just flashing red, so it's ready to collapse. But I had the ropes there coming in clutch, and now my opponent has a 20. I try sniping it, And also, I think the part I cut out, I did attempt to aim at 20 between the base and the howitzer. That didn't hit because there was a gap. A buzzsaw disconnected me, but I wasn't dead because the rope saved me, but that didn't matter. So eventually, yeah, I caught it. There was a loss, and then my opponent finished me off with a buzzsaw. So there you have it. I was playing with Circanor, and my opponent, Regardzi, was using Pinch Fist. So GG. So anyways, if you'd like to see Bobbear's perspective, there's a link in the description. You can see it from there. I've already seen it on my side, but and when I saw my opponent, it's like, yeah, it was game over from there, because he's a lot of good players though, and I wasn't even participating in the real tournament. This was just a qualifier, and to even be qualified again in the real tournament, I would still not have a chance at all. So I might know how to play ranked, but I was dealing with some, you know, some tough thing at the same time. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe to tune in for more. And yes, again, I'm back to making videos, so expect more content. I still got a lot of stuff to actually edit and post out that was recorded, some of it in last year in January. So yeah, but now I'm going to be recording again. But anyways, I shall see you next time in another video. So until then, have a good day.